Now that you have your sentences planned, you're going to start writing your sentences with your student. So you're going to re-engage your student with that first sentence here. So I will be talking to the student about the fact that they learned that dogs can help people do things. There's service dogs and therapy dogs. Then I'm going to put this book to the side and I'm going to say to my student, here's what we're going to write about that. We're going to say, I can see the dog. That's the first sentence that I planned. This is where they're going to write that sentence. This is where they're going to practice letters and maybe words. Because remember, the student knows some letters and knows some initial letters and sounds. So what I'm going to do over here on this page is I'm going to put light lines and say to my student, here's what our sentence is going to say. I can see the dog. I can see the dog. And so we're going to say to the student, do you know how to write the little word I? And a lot of the students showed that they did know that word I. And so we're going to go over to the practice page now. And I'm going to say to the student, show me how to make the word I on this page. So for this example, I'm going to write with my left hand as if that's the student. So I'm going to ask the student, show me how to make an I. And there you might make that I just like that. They might make the I like this. But I'm going to say, you know what? I want you to write it like this. And I might write on that practice page what it looks like. So then they can try. Now it's the student giving it a try. So we're practicing those letters. Then I'm going to say, you know what? I want you to make one that looks just like that over here on our first line. Make it say I. So I'm going to let the student do that word, I. My next word is I can. And I might go over to this practice page and I might say, can starts with a C. That's the letter that can starts with. Can you make that C? And I'm going to ask the child then to practice the C. Do it again. That's the little word can. So I'm going to go over here and say, now on this line, you make that C. Good. And then I'm going to take the pen back. I'm going to make the A and the N. Now we're going to reread our sentence. I can see. What letter do I hear at the beginning of the word C? And they might say S. So I'm going to say this is what that S is going to look like. Good. You try it. And then they're going to try it. And they might try it again. And now let's put it over here. Show me your S. Good. And then I'm going to take the pen back and write the rest of the word. Notice I'm focusing on those first letters. Now I'm going to reread. I can see the. Depending on how their patience is going, I might just write in the word the because I really want to get to this next word, dog. I can see the dog. And you notice I have that D right there. That's a D, lowercase d. I want you to make your D look just like that. Circle around, long stick down. Now they're going to try it. Circle around, long stick. Oh, nope. We got to have that on the other side. Look at it. That's a D. Circle around, long stick down. Circle around, long stick down. Good. Put that D right over here. And they're going to do their D just like that. I'm going to take the pen back and I'm going to finish up that word dog. And we're going to reread it together. I can see the dog. And we're going to put a period at the end. Now let's say that student accidentally wrote a B instead of that D for dog. That's where your correction tape comes in. You just simply put the tape over the letter that they wrote incorrectly and you help them write it correctly. Just like that.